guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new to my channel, or if you're just wondering what exactly is going on, last time I checked on Maddie, she was posting a great butt workout video for me to do. And next minute, she's talking about weight stigma, and I think she might have lost the plot.
I'm so damn confused.
Then I'll just give you a little brief intro into me. So I was very I used to talk a lot about counting calories, counting your macros. I used to talk about the best ways to lose fat. Make sure that you eat in a caloric deficit. I used to talk about the best booty exercises to do. I find hip thrusting to be really effective. Ab exercises, I was very much in the fitness world. And then I basically rejected all of that thinking after having some sort of awakening earlier this year. I don't know, I suppose I couldn't truly believe that I supported and that I wanted to be the best person for all people. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the problems within the fitness industry and why exactly it needs to change. The diet and fitness industry claims to help people to transform their lives, to make them healthier and happier versions of themselves. You would understand this when you see all the marketing that we're presented with, all the social media posts that we see, all the YouTube videos that we see. It's all geared on making you a healthier, happier version of yourself. But is this really working? Now we know that it's working for the fitness and diet industry, which is now worth a combined $100 billion. It's making them richer, it's going from strength to strength, and it's only going to continue to boom. In 2018, Health Club membership topped 184 million users around the globe, up from 174 million users from the previous year. Kristen Walsh, associate publisher at HRSA, says, and I quote, "It's safe to say the industry is on pace to reach its goal of 230 million Health Club members worldwide by 2030. But while the diet and fitness industries are flourishing, rates of physical activity remain low, and we continue to eat too much processed and nutritionally devoid foods. And the CDC estimates that 40% of cancer cases and 80% of cases of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes could be eliminated through more physical activity, better eating, and smoking cessation." So what is going on here? Are these industries really helping us live healthier, happier lives, or are they simply lining their pockets? There are 4 big problems that I see here. Starting with problem number 1. The diet and fitness industry is selling thinness, is devoid of real actual health and well-being. Number 2. The diet and fitness industry sells products that don't work. They promise thinness and they don't result in long-lasting thinness, as there's many stats and many studies to back up the claim that diets generally don't work in the long term. Number 3. The diet and fitness industry stigmatizes fat bodies through weight stigma, health profiling, and fat shaming. Number 4. The diet and fitness industry requires the performance of health to demonstrate superiority over fatness and fat bodies. So let's go into these problems in more depth because there's a lot to unpack here. So problem number 1, let's go back to it. The diet and fitness industries are selling thinness. Don't believe me? Look at any fitness magazine, look at a fitness ad, look at the profile of your favorite fitness influencer. What images do you see? You'll see images of thin people, you'll see images of thin and muscular people, lean people, because thin is not sexy anymore, but strong and lean is. You'll see transformation photos on their page showing their clients' transformation from a fat body to a thin body, but never talking about the actual fat loss, mostly choosing to focus on how much happier, healthier, and stronger they are. But then why are you showing a fat body to a thin body if that's not what the caption is about? You never see words like confident, fitter, and stronger next to a person who is fat. That is never the transformation story. The transformation story is always, this person was fat, they came to me, bought my product, did my 12-week guide, did my program, and now they're thin. And it's implied then that they are more confident, that they're happier, that they're healthier, that they're living their best life. If you look at any magazine, you'll see the same story. All the models in magazines all fit that same aesthetic. Maybe a few years ago they used to be more thin, but now it is very much the lean model. This is the kind of woman that we are supposed to be aspiring to look like. She has to not only be thin, but she also has to be muscular. She has to have muscles in the right places. She has to have curves in the right places. But above all, she must be thin. The fitness industry does not promote fatness over thinness. It promotes the thin ideal, and it puts thinness on a pedestal. The fitness industry claims to promote health, claims to promote well-being, but it actually just promotes thinness. It's just gotten better at pretending that it promotes more than that. Don't fall for it. It's just promoting thinness. Problem number 2. The product sold by the diet and fitness industry to achieve said thinness doesn't work. Ask yourself this. If the product that the fitness industry was selling was working, then why does the industry keep growing every single year? If the product works, shouldn't it fix the problem so that you don't need to buy the product anymore? So then why is it still growing? Something's not right. So a lot of you may be thinking, what's the problem with thinness? Why shouldn't the fitness industry be promoting thinness? So there's 2 issues with that. The first issue is that thinness is generally unattainable to most of us. It's unattainable if we don't have the time, the resources, or the money, or sometimes genetics, to make it happen. The weight loss methods that the fitness industry promotes generally set people up for failure. And this is because I think everyone is always after this kind of quick fix, so this 12-week program, or drink these shakes 3 times a day and you'll lose X amount of weight. And of course, none of these changes are actually sustainable. Many of these changes aren't realistic to the everyday person that doesn't have the resources, that doesn't have the time, that doesn't have the money, that doesn't have the access. And so the people that you see out there promoting these ideals, they have all those things. They can make those things happen for them. So it is unattainable because it's not a real version of reality. People that I know that have these amazing, insane sculpted bodies, that's like their full-time job. That's what they do with their time. They focus on that. There's not much else left in their life that they can do because they're constantly focusing on what they can be eating, counting their calories, counting their macros, weighing all their food, going to the gym. Like, it takes up their whole life. That's not sustainable, and that's not reality for the everyday person. But of course, that's the dream that the fitness industry likes to sell to us, because it shows us those images, it shows us these people, and we don't know what the background is. We don't know what the real life story is behind them, behind what they do and how they get there. And we just think that's attainable for me, when in reality, it's not. When in reality, most diets fail and most people put the weight back on, if not more. There's so many studies that can be backed up to prove this. I'm not arguing that a calorie deficits work. I understand the maths behind an energy balance. It's not very difficult. Calories in, calories out. Yes, I understand.
This vlog is going to be about 7 tips to lose fat. Make sure that you eat in a caloric deficit. You're eating less than your body needs to maintain itself.
But that's not what this is about. Just because something works in the short term, does that mean that, yay, it works, it's a success? It's like, no, for me, I don't classify something as a success if it works in a week, if it works in 12 weeks. Like, is this long term? Is this sustainable? It's not usually. But I feel like this is the biggest lie that we're being sold, is that you failed this diet because you are a failure and because you didn't stick to it. It's not the fault of the diet, it's you. And because the fitness industry is so good at convincing you that it's your fault, it's in your control, then of course we beat ourselves up and we buy another program, we do another juice cleanse, we do another guide, because we think that it's our fault. We're weak, we don't have enough motivation, we don't have enough strength to get this done. When in reality, we're not seeing the true picture of what it means to look like a certain person or what that person takes to get there. The second reason why it is so dangerous that the fitness and diet industries promote thinness is this implication that a thin body is a healthy body, and therefore that a fat body is an unhealthy body. This is due to the stigmatization of fat bodies, which we're going to explore next. Problem number 3, the diet and fitness industry stigmatizes fat bodies. In the promotion of the pursuit of thinness, the fitness industry tells us that fat is bad, that fat bodies are bad bodies. This is called weight stigma. Weight stigma is the discrimination and stereotyping of people living in a larger body, and thus the adoption of negative attitudes, beliefs, and thoughts around these persons. Weight stigma has severe consequences, including increased risk for depression, poor body image and lower self-esteem, increased stress, disordered eating, and avoiding physical activity. This can exacerbate weight gain and deteriorate both physical and psychological health. Many people within the fitness and diet industries also use health profiling to diagnose if a person is healthy or not. Health profiling is the practice of weight stigma to decide just how unhealthy a body is depending on how fat that body is. Health profiling is how the fitness industry sells us thinness. They sell us a one-dimensional image, which is that a strong and lean body is healthy and a fat body is unhealthy. It's never strong and fat or fit and fat. It's always strong and thin, or lean and thin, or fit and thin, or thin and happy, or thin and confident. You get the picture. Health and well-being is associated with thinness, and unhealthy is associated with being unhappy and fat. As much as they like to sell you a different story, this is what they are really selling you. They are selling you that health is only aesthetics, that aesthetics is only one size, and that it is a one-dimensional body. It is a thin body always. Health is based purely on aesthetics and has nothing to do with the actual health of a person. Being healthy actually means looking healthy, and to look healthy in the fitness industry, it's not fat. Fat is not the look that they portray as being the healthy look. But the truth is, health cannot be seen. Health is different for many bodies. What is good for one body may not be good for another. What is possible for one body may not be possible for another body. Problem number 4. The fitness industry requires that we perform health, which means thinness, not being fat, or working to be less fat. It does this in order to distance ourselves from fatness and from fat bodies. We perform health by doing these things. Number 1, working out to lose weight, change our body, performing fitness, #no excuses. Number 2, dieting. Going keto or paleo, trying intermittent fasting, reverse diets, counting calories or macros, etc. Number 3, engaging in food shaming and food guilt. I was naughty and I ate a donut, or I'll work it off later. It was my cheat meal. Number 4, posting before and after photos, where the before photo is always bad, fat, and the after photo is good, not fat, or less fat. #Transformation Tuesday. I'm just going to put it up there that yes, I did take advantage of Transformation Tuesday when it was a thing on Instagram, and I used to post every week, obsessed with the changes that were minute that I thought I could see happening to my body. So number 5, beating ourselves up if we gain weight or don't reach our goal weight or get our goal body. Who has done this before? Say I. None of these things have anything to do with health. You know what they do have in common? Shaming fatness. So I'm going to leave it here with a quote from Rebecca Poole, who is a researcher and deputy director at the Yukon Rudd Center for Food Policy and Obesity. She agrees that the fitness industry has a big problem on focusing on aesthetics and weight loss above health. She says, This diet and fitness industry often focuses on appearance motivations for weight loss rather than health or important indices of health like blood pressure, cholesterol, etc. Our research suggests that focusing on appearance is not the way to go. Instead, the messages should focus on promoting healthy eating and exercise behaviors for all individuals, regardless of their body size or weight. Fitness industry has a long way to go to fix what is going wrong at the moment. And I don't know, I can't sit here and say that the fitness industry and everyone is going to come out and do all these things that I'm talking about and the kind of make changes that we need to make. I'm not that deluded, but I do hope that more and more people will start to wise up to this, and so that when they see these images of these models on magazines, when they see transformation photos, when they see the newest promotion for this 12 week guide, they start to question things more, and then they don't participate in buying and helping this product grow, because we know what the true intentions are and we can see through it, we can see past it, we can see it for what it really is, which is trying to make us feel bad about our bodies so that we buy a product that we don't actually need to support a fat shaming culture, which we don't want to be part of. So if you did like this video, I hope you did. Give it a massive thumbs up as I asked, and give me a subscribe because I would love that. And chat next time. Bye.